I saw an article on CNN today, but it is not the article that you think we're going to start off talking about. This is by Rob Pachetta of CNN. This is January 7th, 2021. Today is January 7th, 2021. Today is January 8th, 2021. Episode 17 of the Business on Top podcast. And we start with, it's by Rob Pachetta. Denmark debuts new children's TV show about a man with a huge and uncontrollable penis.
What?
Do you have you're vetoing this?
Yeah.
I want to start the segment about
That's how we're gonna start
the Danish children's show, and you don't want to listen to that?
No.
This is the Business on Top podcast with Shane Chernoff, VJ Patel, and Ben Siegel.
I love this company! Yeah!
The Business on Top podcast.
Pretty cool! Pretty damn cool!
I think before we get into the show, there was some major...
Yeah, we have a problem.
Oh.
Well, we have a problem, and we talked about it before the show, and these two guys, Ben Siegel and VJ Patel, looked at me and said, it is a huge issue that instead of laughing, I've gotten into the habit of just saying that's funny and moving on to the next thing.
Not even laughing while saying that's funny. It's just everyone's laughing. You're like, that's funny.
But I don't know why, because I laugh all the time.
Dry, sarcastic tone.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, because I laugh at stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just have a weird barometer for between saying that's funny and actually laughing. There's one show that always was able to make me laugh, like haha funny no matter what. And you and I used to watch the show all the time. And I guess you and I did too. The League. The League was
Classic.
always the show because, and one of the things I thought was amazing, I don't know if anybody's seen The League, but if you don't know about The League is a show that is loosely based around a fantasy football league between a couple people in Chicago with really good improv comedians in it. I don't know which streaming service it's on. It's probably on one of them, but because it's just an awesome show that was on in the middle of the decade.
Speaking of fantasy football,
God.
when are we getting that bad boy return to our podcast?
Well, tell me more because I don't think we've talked about it on the air. Yeah, so the commissioner will. Why don't you?
Pass this over.
Yeah, thank you. I'll hold it for the ceremonial presentation.
No,
Why don't you
I don't want to. I just want.
No, you brought it up, so fill in the listeners. Really, please do.
Alvin Kamara, me along with thousands of other team members could not thank you enough for what you did in Week 16. You propelled me to a win over the juggernaut team of the league, sitting to my left, and the commissioner of the league.
You know, I really thought this year was going to be the year. My third year in the championship, I thought third time was going to be the charm. And then Christmas happened. And Alvin Kamara only tied an NFL rushing record for touchdowns.
There are very few ways for like a Jewish kid to be like excited about Christmas because we don't always.
Hey, you got a hell of a Christmas present. I got a turd in the form of 60 points from Alvin Kamara.
The scene from The League. It loses his mind.
Yeah. Speaking of the league, every year I set this league up every year, and I never win. And this was the year.
Hey, let's stay positive. Though. The three of us did a clean sweep of first, second, and third.
You are looking as you work your way to my left, starting with Ben, the gold, silver, and bronze medalists of this year's league.
Okay.
And that's what we do here on Business on Top. Not only are we smarter than everyone else, we're also dumber than everyone else. The only three dumb enough to make a podcast, and the only three smart enough to come in the top three of fantasy football. But congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You did a good job. You deserve the trophy. First three-time champion in the league's history. So, gotta commend you.
I'm happy to be a part of a league going into its 9th year next year.
I think it's gonna be number 10.
10?
Wow.
10 years. What was I about to say?
I mean, we were in undergrad when it first started, and the league shuffled members a little bit, but we've got core 6 or 7 that have been there pretty much every single year that we've done it.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. People should have listened to our fantasy football pods at the beginning of
That's
our,
true.
of
Maybe
our-
now you guys are gonna listen to
We're
Stud
gonna have
Sleeper and
to-
Slacker when you start your players.
We came out with it and didn't get a whole ton of feedback, and we were like, let's just, I guess, we skipped the week, and then it was like, we're kind of behind.
And then we just stopped. Yeah.
and we put all our time, instead of giving you guys on who to add or who we think's gonna blow up, we took
We
all
took
that
it
info.
ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we had some really good picks too.
Yeah.
Ended up doing really well like throughout the whole season, especially
Yeah.
in fantasy.
We'll have to do a segment maybe like in August, leading up to the draft, where we pick where Russell Wilson's going to go in order free agency,
Yeah.
or who the Colts are going to sign.
Oh yeah, let's do. I think I know why you're laughing because on the infamous Toronto trip that gets mentioned all the time during the show, I was up until 3 a.m. asking people where we thought Phillip Rivers was going to go.
Keep in mind, 3 a.m.
I can be really annoying sometimes.
Someone say the Colts?
I think I said the
Yeah.
Colts.
Oh, wow.
I think I predicted the Colts. I mean, he would know. He was next to me, listening to
Yeah.
me talk about it at 3:15 in the
Yeah.
morning when
I
everybody
think
else
it's
want to go to bed.
But we should do. I'm hoping in August we do more fantasy football.
I would love to.
segments.
We start fantasy basketball. No one cares about that though. But people do care about Ben's top 4 smells.
Ah,
We promised you to you tonight.
yep.
We thought we were gonna have it for you last week.
You also told me this like as I walked in the door about
I kind of sprung it on you.
like
Yes.
an hour ago.
We'll help you
Because-
out.
Yeah,
Because I have that blueberry pumpkin candle over there, and it's like that's a good smell.
That's good.
yeah.
But my favorite smell is the coffee house smell. Don't you just like love walking into just like a Starbucks or like your independent local coffee house and it just smells just like the ground up like fresh coffee beans?
Speaking of coffee, why does the coffee smell reset? You know how they have coffee beans when you're smelling colognes?
It's
And
turning
they're
into a
trying to-
shower though.
It's like a
Yeah,
neutral. Yeah, it's a neutral smell that like cleans out
Which one?
the
Coffee
coffee bean
beans.
smell.
If you
Oh,
smell
yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of colognes, they make you whiff.
That's right. They
coffee.
bring that to you in like the mall.
Yeah.
There's science behind that.
The cologne should just smell like that. Because I don't think there's too much that smells better. But without further ado, Ben's top 4 smells. Ben's 4th
Well, one-
favorite smell is.
Oh, you're going from that.
This won't be in order. I'll just do a couple.
Yeah,
that
okay.
come to the top.
It's just stream of consciousness.
Sharpies.
That's such a weird one.
No,
Sharpies
but
smell
I
good.
understand.
Sharpies smell
All right,
good.
we're putting this on the Instagram poll during the break. Do
Yeah.
you like the smell of
A
Sharpies?
fresh
Yes or
Sharpie.
no?
Now, I don't want people thinking I'm huffing Sharpies like every day. I'm waking up and just like getting a hit of Sharpie, but they smell good.
No, he likes the magic markers.
Glue. Yeah, I mean, I like we kind of discussed, I don't know, at some point.
There were a couple, like when you open a fresh can of tennis balls. I don't know if you agree with me on that one.
That one, I don't know if you're gonna get a lot of feedback.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
new
such
car.
a good.
New
oh
car.
yeah, everybody likes the new car smell.
New car, I mean, laundry, like, I know,
Clean laundry.
yeah, clean laundry, fresh linen, whatever that scent is.
Yes.
The gasoline.
Gasoline.
That's an important
Yeah.
distinction to be making.
Yes.
Farts.
Olean.
I feel like
Gasoline.
the last one's got to be. I'm trying to think of like a restaurant.
This is your second best smell. I know restaurant sounds. If we do restaurant sounds next week, what about the sound that fajitas make?
Oh,
Oh,
bring them out.
you hear it out of the kitchen. You're like
Everyone
"Holy shit."
turns their
Yeah.
head.
Everybody regrets not getting fajitas when
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
You know how commercials they show that, and then everyone just like pulls their head. That actually happens.
That's sizzle.
Yeah.
It happens every time.
Yeah.
It's sizzle and it's a trail of smoke too.
Yeah. Yeah. New car smell.
Yeah.
Did you
But like,
say
there's
that?
got to be a.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, sorry.
That wasn't the not listening Hall of Fame because I guess that was a minute. You know what? No, that is the not listening Hall of Fame.
What? That was
They
were-
totally said that.
There weren't many smells said.
I was
New
gonna
car
say
was
there's
the
like
most
less than
visible.
5.
It was? Oh, okay.
I feel like a restaurant's got to be in there, but I don't.
Like what kind
like
of restaurant
McDonald's
though?
fries is pretty.
Smell?
Yeah.
I mean taste. I don't think it's a distinctive smell.
Put that on a poll. You get.
We're
Which-
putting all these on the poll.
Which do you like better, Sharpie or chlorine, as a poll?
Yeah, well, which has a better smell,
Yeah,
not which
yeah.
do you like better, because again, something could be interpreted in many
Damn
different
wording.
ways. Yeah,
But-
language, English language. More of the English language a little bit later. We got B.O.T. T.O.Ds coming up, but before that, we will interview the Taco Bell sommelier, Tarun Sinha, coming up next on Business on Top. And welcome back, guys. That was my favorite interview I think that we've done so far. Tarun Sinha, one of the most genuinely nice people that you could, genuinely good human beings that you could talk to. He was into it. He was happy to talk to us just about Taco Bell for a little while after that.
Hopefully our first recurring guest too.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he was down to do Food Challenge February, which reminds me, I'm so excited for that. Once we end Dry January, the theme month for February is so much better than the theme month for January.
January's detox month. It's get our stomachs and our livers reset for February, which will be just
time to ruin it.
It's all downhill from there for our livers, but
February's gonna set a high bar for March. We're not doing one every month, right?
I would like to do a
we should
theme
do
kind of
something
month.
new every month, like some kind of challenge every month.
Sure, we could.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Something small, nothing crazy. Like no food march.
No food at all, March. Listen to the dismembered skeletons of BJ Nate.
It's currently
BJ
day
Shane and
29
Ben.
of March. We have all lost 100 pounds each.
Alright, let's get into the business on topics of the
You
day.
start it off.
I'll start it off.
What
We're
happened?
trying to stay away from a lot of sports talk on this channel, but I think
Among other things that we're specifically
Right.
not talking about, and if you do want to hear more about that, go to the housekeeping. You're still laughing.
No, I thought you were gonna say, please DM me. Like, I really want. So someone please.
No,
DM
I mean,
me.
if you want my opinion on what's happened in America over the past week, feel free to message me. Otherwise, you can listen to our housekeeping mini episode, which is really more of an update that dropped on Spotify and iTunes. And don't forget, you can follow us at Business on Top Pod on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review.
Yeah.
B.O.T, T.O.Ds, who's first?
I'm first. I was going and then
I trampled him.
Interrupted over here.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. So in the MLB, there was a big trade that went on. I think New York
Oh my
The
gosh,
city-
where's my hat?
and state of New York. MLB is back, boys.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I
You
cannot
guys
wait.
heard Francisco Lindor, superstar shortstop of the MLB, is headed to the Big Apple
He is a New York
Mets.
Met.
in a what was it, like a 6-player trade or
Yeah.
a 6-player deal.
So the Mets basically sent over.
So what do you guys think? Do you think it's the Mets got the better hand of it?
Yeah, it was a
Easily.
steal. It was a steal, I thought.
Yeah,
And that's I thought the Indians could have gotten way more, but
easily.
yeah.
I'm shocked that the Mets did not have to give up their second baseman Jeff McNeil to get that deal done. Instead, you send over a couple of shortstop prospects, one who is inconsistent and the other who might be a star, but his peak would be what Lindor already is.
If
So, making the trade. I read something I read two things yesterday. One is that the rival executive said that, it's incredible that the Mets got that, and other GMs around the league are furious that the Indians would have done that for what they were getting in return. The second thing I read is the Mets are now acting like the Yankees now that they have money. They're not afraid to spend. They'll take on a big superstar. They'll contact an organization that's struggling with money and say, hey, we'll give you a couple prospects, but let us take that superstar off your hands.
Yeah, so now you can't complain about buying players.
No, not at all. I've always wanted to be in that
Yankees have
position.
never bought
Makes it
players.
easier
Yeah,
to win.
no.
Yeah,
Never
who's
bought-
done that before?
I just hope. Well, I'm happy that Lindor is out of the AL because the Yankees always face the Indians
Yeah.
every year in the playoffs, and although we beat them pretty recently, minus the year they went up against the Cubs in the World Series, the Indians were always a problem for the Yankees, especially Lindor, who's a switch hitter, and he bats towards the top of the lineup, and he's so damn good, and it's nice that we won't have. I mean, we'll face him a couple times a year when we play you guys, but. It's nice to get him out of the AL.
I'm so excited. I'm so
Yeah,
excited. It's gonna be a hell of a year for Mets fans if you look at that lineup top to bottom.
Yeah. Now, next step is next step is the Yankees re-sign LeMahieu. That's really the next step to really get the baseball season hopefully underway and the
Subway
offseason
series.
wrapped up.
The
Yeah.
Subway
It's gonna be an
series
intense Subway
Yeah.
Series no matter what this
I
year.
can't wait.
Yeah. Football's, even though like the playoffs are starting, which I think we're going to talk about in a couple minutes. my mind's in baseball mode. I know the NBA is going on, but we're all Knicks fans, and while the Knicks are 5-3, like let's be real. I mean,
Right.
What we can't
Wait
get
a couple
excited.
months
We can't
before-
get excited
yeah.
about the Knicks until they actually show us something. But yeah, I'm ready for baseball. I hope the vaccine gets rolling. People start
So we
getting
can
it,
actually
players
get the
start
ball
getting it.
games
Yeah, and they
The players are
Now
going to get it.
spring
Don't worry
training.
about that.
Yeah.
well, and that brings us
Oh yeah.
to our topic we talked about the other week. Should pro athletes jump the line?
Post all like essential workers.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to. They're going to. I don't know whether we debate like should or shouldn't. Probably not. I think there are people that like physically need more, but it is what it's going to be. America's obsessed with sports. They're also obsessed with money. And those are the two driving factors that suggest that what was the first thing that we did when coronavirus kind of started? We were like, well, what's the first sport that was going to come back? And everybody clamored to their TV to watch NASCAR because we wanted to watch something.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you got for me?
Well, not a huge.
You sound like that guy from TMZ. What do you got for us, Harvey?
Speaking of TMZ, I'm sure they broke this.
Next.
Oh, nice segue.
Kim and Kanye.
Yeah,
Enzo? Not that I really.
that's a
like that'll
that's a
affect my life,
rumor, I believe. I don't know whether it was confirmed or not.
Oh, I thought it was
Um,
confirmed.
All I know is that they last a heck of a lot longer than I thought they were
Yeah.
going to. Just
Couple
because
years, at least.
Yeah,
2 or
they had
3 years.
I thought it was
three kids,
more.
3 or 4 kids together, but they're both nuts. So it's all right. I mean, the world will go on. I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll find someone else. Maybe Kanye will come out with good music,
Better
and
music,
and
yeah.
better Yeezys, like he used to.
He seems to get more creative once he's single.
Yeah.
And like that little.
Yeah,
phase.
start pumping out.
Old Kanye.
What was it? High School Dropout.
Ooh.
That
Ooh,
album.
Graduation.
and then graduation is good too.
Graduation.
Graduation is my personal favorite.
Yeah. So hopefully the old Kanye comes back and
So nothing's set in stone apparently.
Yeah,
Reading
they're
stuff.
in marriage counseling. That's what I saw.
Maybe they'll work it out for the kids.
Penn says it's over.
it's over.
All right, breaking news here on
That's
Business
insane.
Business on Top. He's reporting it.
It's over.
But it's interesting. One of the things that like this pandemic has done is that it's kind of made television transition to streaming services. And one of the new Disney Plus shows, I know you had said you hadn't watched The Mandalorian. You said you hadn't watched The Mandalorian. I love The Mandalorian. I've finished up both seasons. I happen to think it's fantastic. So if you ever want to either talk about what happened in the Capitol or Mandalorian, feel free to slide in my DMs anytime. But Mandalorian is being followed now on Disney Plus by WandaVision, which is Scarlet Witch and Vision, but it's set in like the theme of a 50s TV show, and I don't know, I think it's kind of odd, but it might be like one of those really weird creative shows that people like Black Mirror.
Wait, is WandaVision a superhero show or what?
Kind of.
They're
Kind
both
of.
superheroes.
So I read a piece in the New York
They're
Times.
together, like they're lovers.
Right. So what I read
More.
One's a robot and one.
It's
one's
not.
AI.
One's a witch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One's a,
Like its main characters. Moving on. Like its main characters, WandaVision is weird. It's not strictly an action-packed spectacle in the manner of hit movies like Avengers Endgame. It's a hybrid of drama and comedy that pays faithful homage to vintage sitcoms like The Dick Van Dyke Show, Bewitched, and Family Ties. By the way, Dick Van Dyke Show sounds like a dirty show. Totally not.
I did not watch that. But have you watched?
What, the Dick Van Dyke Show?
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke Show is from like the 1950s.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it was.
So safe to say-
It was very I Love Lucy-ish. I mean, like I know references that like,
Okay.
he's supposed to be just like a bumbling like family man. It was like very like Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. So my question was: Is this taking place after Civil War? Once the team splits and they become like they go together.
It's such a good question. Like I don't understand because spoiler alert. I guess has the statute. Am I allowed to spoil what happens in Infinity War?
Yeah. The
Too
movie's
soon.
been out for
Yeah.
like a year.
Yeah. I think the statute of limitations. It's been almost 3 years. Vision dies at the end of Avengers: Infinity War.
Infinity.
So this has to be some kind of alternate timeline where in the 1950s they're spending life together. I don't know what it is, but I really do trust Disney Plus. A lot of these shows have been pretty solid so far.
Yeah, Marvel rarely disappoints.
Mhm.
So
Is there any other one that you're looking forward to specifically?
well, I need to catch up on The Mandalorian. I'm actually embarrassed that I haven't watched it because I'm a big Star Wars geek.
Never seen Star Wars.
Any of them?
Not one.
Oh my God, we're doing. Look, I'll tell you what.
Disappointed
I'm
in
announcing it now.
Young Padawan.
Next. Oh God, I was trying to think of your lack. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Anyway, what we're doing next week, because I think we all have some interesting blind spots for pop culture. I want to do the B.O.T. pop culture quiz next week on the show. But for now, that's all we got. Our Taco Bell has been ordered. It is en route. Good night, everybody, and have a great weekend. Stay tuned. Stay safe.
Cue the music.